museum. Today, this classroom transforms into a world of rebellion, absurdity, and imagination. The world of Dadaism. I'll be your guide. And together we'll explore how a group of artists decide to destroy logic, question beauty, and reinvent art itself. Dadaism began around 1916 in Zurich, Switzerland. During the horrors of World War I, artists and writers were discussed by war, by recent politics, and the system that led to destruction.
So they create Dada.
A movement against everything traditional, against logic, and even against itself. The word Dada means nothing. It's a nonsense word, chosen because it had no meaning. Perfect for a movement that celebrated the meaningless. The heart of Dada was the Cabaret Voltaire, a small artistic bar in Zurich, where people like Hugo Ball and Tristan Tzara performed strange poetry, music, and art. Let's start with Hugo Ball, one of the founders of Dadaism. He's famous for his sound poems. Poems made only with invented noise and voices. Imagine standing on the stage wearing a costume made of cardboard and chanting Gaji Beri Bimba! That from his famous poem Carawan. Popular language had been corrupted by war and politics. So he wanted to create a new language. Pure sound. Next, meet Tristan Tzara, a Romanian poet and one of the most radical voices of Dada. He wrote manifestos, wild texts that mock logic and rules. Tzara once said, "The true Dadaist is against Dada." He meant that even Dada should never become a system or a style. He later brought Dada to Paris, influencing surrealism and modern performance art. Now meet Marcel Duchamp, the man who changed art forever. He introduced the concept of the ready-made, taking an everyday object and presenting it as art. His most famous piece is Fountain, a urinal sign art mode. Duchamp challenged the idea that art had to be beautiful or skillful. He said, art is about the idea. He also painted LHOOQ? What? A parody of the Mona Lisa with a mustache. Pure Dada humor. What? Hans Arp, also known as Jean Arp, was a poet and painter who loved chance. He would drop pieces of paper off the floor, and whenever they land, that became the composition.
For art, randomness was freedom.
It was a way to escape control and logic. His work inspired abstract artists and even modern designers. Francis Picabia was the machine lover of Dada. He painted mechanical forms and diagrams, mixing humor and chaos. Picabia mocked the industrial age, showing how people were becoming like machines. He helped bring Dada to Paris, making it playful, visual, and full of irony. Man Ray, born in the United States, brought Dada into photography. He created photographs. Photos made without a camera, which he called riographs. He experimented with light, shadow, and imagination. One of his most famous works, Le Violon d'Igresse, shows a woman's back turned into a violin. His art mixed Dada, surrealism, and modern fashion, and his influence is still seen today. Meanwhile, in Berlin, Dada became more political. Artists like Raoul Hausmann, Hannah Hodge, and Richard Hosenbeck used art to criticize society after the war.
Hausmann and Hodge invented photomontage,
Cutting and mixing newspaper photos to create shocking new images. Hodge College spoke about women's roles and feminism. Hosenbeck called Dada the roar of the masses. Berlin Dada was angry, loud, and revolutionary. Finally, we meet Sophie Tauber Art, an incredible painter, designer, and dancer. She combined geometric abstraction, performance, and craft. Her works connected art, movement, and daily life, proving that Dada wasn't only destruction. Dada wasn't an art movement, it was an attitude. It asked, what is art?
Who decides what is valuable?
Why must art make sense? Even today, Dada lives in memes, street art, and digital culture.
Anywhere people challenge the rules.
So, as you leave this museum, remember art doesn't have to make sense. Sometimes nonsense tells the truth, better than reason even could. Thank you for visiting our Dada Museum. Viva Dada!